Hello. I am just going to briefly go over my piano story, like what made me want to start playing piano. And tonight is actually going to be the first recital that I get to do, like as an adult learner. So here we go. Um, it's been a difficult year, 2024, and I think that something that has been just an issue for me has been like habits and how I spend my time, what I spend my time doing. You know, to somewhat, unfortunately, it's either wasted or, I feel like it's wasted time or it's something that's not healthy. And, I don't have any health consequences today to speak of, but I certainly don't want to like live my entire life like in that negative pattern cycle, right? So, um, in the summer, I had the opportunity to decide what I would do with like a gift that my mom gave me. And after going back and forth between like pleasure or business, I decided that I would try out piano and piano lessons as an adult. And music has kind of shifted like what it means for me since my dad passed away in 2023, just because it's how I remember him. Either Motown music or just the fact that music was always a part of kind of my story. And growing up, everyone kind of saw like my hands were a little bit bigger than I guess normal, and people always asked, hey, "Do I play piano? Do I play piano?" And I just never did. So when I started playing piano in July, I was really hoping that it would be like a positive outlet, something, an alternative for switching out of bad behavior with something more productive, but also something that I would be like kind of, remembered by, whether that's songs or just, how I spent my time, and since I have like a daughter now, she's young, it's like sometimes when I am overeating in front of her, or like she has no idea I play video games because the video games I play are too gruesome, for her. So it in a sense was something that I could always do and enjoy doing like around her, and like not, she wouldn't have this like dual perception of like what are the things that my dad enjoyed. It's something I could put front and center and do any day, of the week. So I started playing piano in July, and I did not know how to read bass clef at all. I played clarinet for 10 years, so I at least remembered some of the notes on the treble clef staff, but had never tried. I couldn't even play chopsticks or it's another one people play on piano all the time. I don't know, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or ABC. I couldn't play anything, and so it was challenging in the lessons because, and I guess another thing too is that I feel like I never gave clarinet all that I had. Like I never put in time and dedication, and like I ended up just kind of like putting it away. But I think I wanted to try piano, and I wanted to try to like apply myself to learning what I needed to learn with the right technique and get things done, I guess, the proper way, because I see the value that it would have, you know, as I continue on. So that's kind of why I wanted to start playing piano. And I mean, it's just been so fun, even though I'm like still at, you know, the beginner level. It has still just been so fun, even just playing the basic things that, my daughter likes, or even just like funny songs that I am trying to just educate myself about how to get better at listening and understanding when I hear like a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth. It is just, it's very captivating to me for sure. And so, with that being said, I was putting in time just because like I watch football or something. Like I just always have my little, foldable, foldable keyboard out in front of me, just working on sight reading or something. Instead of just sitting there watching the game. That I won't remember the next week or 2 weeks from then. And through that process, I was doing okay. my lesson teacher gave me Bach's Prelude in C to start working on, and like immediately my brain was like, oh, this is easy. It's the same thing over and over. I should be able to do it like in a week. And then I got on YouTube and it was like, you could learn this in a couple days, which I could see how they would say that, but just from, where I was coming from, just being overconfident. And I think the journey of just going through like the struggle of trying to learn, right? Trying to get the notes, trying to move your hands to the right position, then trying to do a dynamics and express, and what does the piece remind me of, and like how do I do it with the right tempo, no errors, consistently? Can I put it to memory? And like a lot of work has gone in to this piece over the last 5 months. So I am very excited to perform it at the recital tonight. I hope it goes well, no errors. I hope I can communicate with dynamics what I need to communicate. And if it doesn't, that's okay. I'm playing with house money. I enjoy playing piano, and the first chapter is just the first chapter. So yeah, just that it's in the lessons, just the push and pull, right? It's like, one thing my instructor said was that you play like a wind instrument, you kind of just are playing the stars in a constellation, but on piano you can actually see the constellations and move from constellation to constellation. And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. I don't have time to learn all the chords, right? It's so overwhelming with as many chords as there are. So I tried to do it just note by note, but was still struggling. And then it's like once I got to exactly what he said, playing the chords of each measure, then I could do the repeated pattern. And so, right, I just as an adult, I was like, okay, he knows this, he's done this. I don't want to waste my time in the lesson or money fiddling around with it's this note, not that note. It's this chord, not that chord. And so, kind of just took his advice, learned it the way he told me to. Immediately got much more proficient at playing it. So, yeah, I don't know. I hope is something I can play this for many, many years going forward. Yeah, but it's just all for, trying to play for my family, a positive outlet for myself. And it's something that's a pastime that I actually really enjoy, that is shared by like many others. Not that there's anything wrong with video games, or like, I guess, overeating, you could say, but or like watching, sports and things like that. I think I spend a lot of my time doing that stuff, like probably more alone, like watching it by myself, than I do with other people. So kind of just turns into like a personal like pastime that